The Chapman Apartment Homes, My Three Sons, number 14. From Ellington, Connecticut, Stephen Chapman.
It's just learning how different it is from SK Lights and how different the competitors are and how different the cars handle. And the 20 laps is a lot. You wouldn't think so, but it's just hard to make the car stay the same from lap 1 to 40 and stay good the whole time. We just went over everything like we do every year. Like the car got stripped down and went to the jig like it does every year. So not much different than every other year, but just making sure everything's 100% and ready to go and ready for battle.
Stephen Chapman, man, what a run. You had to hold off some veteran drivers there to pick up third. Congrats.
Oh yeah, that was more fun than I can ever describe. That was a blast.
It's big, definitely big. It sets the standards high to keep going and to get that win. Definitely great to get that early on and know where we're standing. Well, everything's a lot more fast-paced up front. Every inch is valuable track position, so taking every inch that you can get is very valuable in running up front in SK.
Oh, and trouble behind him in turn one. One car backs it into the outside wall, up in the corner. That's Chapman in the 14.
Yeah, it just felt like we could never catch a break there. We knew we were here. We were racing with the guys that I grew up watching, or Todd Owen or Keith Rocco, and all the guys that when I was a kid I watched in the grandstands, and racing with them, it was definitely still cool. Even to this day, it's a cool thing to do, but I know that I'm here and I'm just as fast as all those guys that I once watched.
Here comes Beers, the leader, Stephen Chapman. Off turn number 4, Stephen Chapman will take down the win.
Amazing. All the work paid off. Finally getting that victory and winning an SK Modified race at Stafford is a big accomplishment and a big thing to put in my record book. Well, there's that hurdle of getting your first win, and getting over the hurdle is a big step and definitely boosts your confidence a lot. We ended pretty strong. I think after we got that win, everything was more smooth sailing than it was last year up until we got that. It's the hurdle to get over is big, and once you get over it, it's a lot easier from there on out. Battling with the good guys, the good SK Modified racers, that's pretty cool. Getting the car to stay where it's at from lap 1 to lap 40, we struggled a lot with that this year, and I think towards the end we figured it out more than ever. First off, I'd like to thank my dad and Chapman Apartment Homes and Brian Sullivan at BSR. I don't know where we'd be at without him. Keith Rocco, Keith at Interstate Manufacturing, Chad at Central Machine, Napa of Tolland for everything they do, Casella Waste, Backroads Smoke and Barbecue for all the food, Jay Rigo's also for all the food, Smith's Auto Body, Stafford Sand and Gravel, Short Track Baker, Sly at SSR, Sarek Fabrications, Waddell Communications, Thomas at Fenceline Films, Mike at Pettit Race Engines for the awesome horsepower, Emily at Gaston's, Critical Signs, Jones Racing Products, TFR, Sid's View, Hoosier Tire East, New England Race Fuel, and all the routes and everybody at Stafford Motor Speedway, and all the contingency sponsors, my mom and dad, Tyler and Jason, Kayla, Brian, Rick, Robbie, Glenn, Chris, and Jim, RJ, Mark, Timmy for spotting me all year. I think the plans are just the same thing and try to get more wins under our belt.